welcome everyone to Take On Meme, episode 8. We are your hosts. I am James Cartwright, and accompanying me today is...
Will Preston.
As always, how are you doing, Will?
I'm good.
Excellent, good. Well, today we've got no time for small talk, because today we're talking about talk show memes. Like that smooth setup. So we're going to talk about some memes that have come from talk shows. Now, when I say talk shows, I learned doing research for this episode that there are multiple different there are subgenres of talk show.
Okay,
so
this sounds terrible.
If you have a late night, there are the late night talk shows, which is where someone like Jimmy Kimmel or someone like that will interview, a celebrity and other stuff going on. That's a late night talk show. If you have a Dr. Phil kind of thing where you are talking to people, but they are not of status, but you're solving a problem, that is called a tabloid talk show. I know, interesting, isn't it?
I didn't realise talk shows needed subgenres like this. I just thought it was highbrow or lowbrow.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that's the same with newspapers. Tabloid is lowbrow. Yes,
tabloid is lowbrow.
Yes.
Yep, tabloid, red top, lowbrow.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that someone looked at talk shows and thought, well, these are basically the same as newspapers. But today, so we're going to start talking about one of the most famous tabloid talk show memes ever, which is the Cash Me Outside girl. Have you heard of her, Will?
Of course I have. Everybody's heard of this girl.
Yeah. Have you ever threatened anyone with Cash Me Outside? How about that?
No, I usually speak properly when I threaten people.
I was going to say, how does Will threaten someone?
I don't think I've ever really threatened anyone. I mean,
Yeah.
I've lost temper and had a rag at people, but I've never really threatened anyone.
How do you deal with your hecklers at your place?
I haven't. Oh God, it's been ages since I've gigged, let alone dealt with a heckler. I usually think of something on the spot. Doesn't always go. Sometimes it goes okay. Sometimes it doesn't. But I don't threaten to cut them, if that's what you don't threaten to stab them.
I had an interesting heckler once. My mum had been at the show, and he was hitting on my mum all through the break. And so when he heckled during my set, I was alluded to him. Look, dude, you can't even get my mum. You just stay, just shut up. But yeah, I wish maybe Cash Me Outside would have been more witty. But so basically, this girl appeared on the Dr. Phil show in 2016, and she is a 13-year-old girl called Danielle Brigoli, which sounds like a cheap extra name for a like The Sopranos or something.
She looks like someone from The Sopranos.
Yeah,
she does.
But she was on the Dr. Phil show because apparently she was stealing cars, and her mum was at wit's end with what to do with her. And she's 13 years old. I think stealing cars is pretty impressive, to be honest.
I think you're showing a lot of ingenuity if you're able to steal cars at 13 years old. I mean, I'm 33. I wouldn't know how to steal a car.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I've got friends that still don't have a license. If anything, that her mum should have been nurturing that entrepreneurial spirit. Look at Elon. Elon, he's doing the car business. That's maybe what she was trying to do. And also, what is it? Transformers. The strong female lead character in that, she can work with cars. She's on a good path. Don't send her to Dr. Phil. He's a homeopath nonsense spouter. But that is what happened, though. She ended up on the show, and I sent you a clip. So we're gonna watch or listen, depending on which medium you're using, for how this scene played out.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
what I just said.
Catch her outside and she'll go outside and do what she has to do. That's what she's talking about.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
is
okay,
all,
yeah.
this is all, but don't you see that this is all mouth?
I love
This is mouth.
I love that the mum has
So
to
you want to take
explain.
this outside? Because I think they can bring cameras outside.
Really? Because I think I flipped you.
You want to do it again?
Danny, don't get all tough. Please don't. This is not the place and this is not the
Sit
time.
down.
Sit down.
All right, Dan.
Sit down.
Flip me now.
Yeah, I know.
I like
Flip me
that.
now.
I like that. It's like he's just like, sit down, you young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. I love
wow.
that the audience laughs at her, but it's just the fact that the mum's like, "Oh, I'll tell you what it means, Phil. It means that she has to go outside and she will have to do what she needs to, basically.
Also,
like,
why did the audience clap at being called hoes? Like they went, they go, "You're a bunch of hoes," and they went,
we've all hoed from time to time, I think.
"Yeah,"
Safe
but I
to
mean,
say.
so if someone had said I was a bunch of hoes, I mean, it takes away my uniqueness. And then I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
"Oh, I'm
no,
just
you're
I'm
right.
with a bunch of other hoes." Great.
Yeah. But yeah, so she sent that, and this kind of turned into a meme. And I've sent you a few of those, so we can go through some of these. And don't worry, I don't find the Cash Me Outside thing particularly funny, but I find some of the stuff that happened off the back of this girl is pretty interesting, and that's why I've raised her to talk about today.
Okay, so let's get these memes
So if you
up.
load up those, let's get these memes. Have a look at it, and then
Okay. Roses are red, my heart is fat, be my Valentine, or catch me outside. How about that? That should have been roses are red, my heart is fat, catch me outside. How about that? Because that's
Yeah.
that goes off the rhythm. That ruins the rhythm of. Never mind. First one annoys me. The second one, I can cash you out over here, cash me outside. How about that? And that's someone at a shopping till. Filing out a job
very
application. How do you handle a difficult situation with a rude customer? Cash me outside. How about that? Ugh.
yeah.
I kind of want more from this. When you're not allowed to stand on any furniture in the house, cash me outside. How about that?
It's a dog on the table.
dog
'cause he
on the
clearly
patio.
knows he is not allowed on the table inside, so he is flaunting the authority out by standing on it outside. But yeah, I never found that meme that funny. I don't quite understand why the internet went crazy for it. However, a couple of weeks later, she followed up in another video where she said, "I'm about to start swinging." And this one I feel a lot better. I've sent you the clip so you can show it, and I think it's like 2 seconds. It's very short.
Okay.
But this one I actually found had some comedic. There was something there, you know.
Just a sec. I've lost all control of what I'm doing. Okay.
I'm about to start swinging on my mama. I'm about to start swinging.
What? That was a 2-second clip. I got to play that again.
I'm about to start swinging on my
Yeah, I
mama.
know.
I'm about to start swinging. I'm about to.
Okay. What's going on here?
So I think so. The only way this Danielle seems to be able to converse with people is she speaks exclusively through unintelligible threats. And but the reason why I like the "I'm about to start swinging" one is because it actually had some meme potential, and there were some really funny memes that came off the back of it. But I do love in that clip that she says, "I'm about to start swinging." Blah, 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 I'm about to start. Like the video's not being rewound. It's,
No, I need to
she
start.
just
I need to play
literally
that. We're playing that again.
I'm about to start swinging on my mama. I'm about to start swinging.
Oh, my baba.
I'm about to start swinging on my
It sounds-
mama. I'm about to start swinging.
I don't.
It
I
sounds
feel
like
bad.
something from In the Night Garden. Why?
Making fun of someone's heavy accent. I mean, she's from Florida. She's
but-
southerner.
Yeah, so I would make it very clear as well. I never want to punch down or make fun of specifically her. I only brought it up because I like memes that came out of it.
Yeah.
Because I've sent you a few of these, and I find they're a bit more relatable, and there was something more there. So I'm about to start swinging. Let's see.
When I go to the part and they have swings, I'm about to start swinging. Yeah, we go. That's a meme. Maybe you should cut me. Maybe I should take a deep breath and calm down. Me 8 seconds later. I'm about to start swinging.
Yeah.
The party. We can handle this peacefully. Let's just talk this out and find a solution. The barbarian. I'm about to start swinging.
About to start swinging.
Jazz
I
music
love
in the
this one.
1920s. I'm about to start swinging. When election polls show Biden is even with Trump in states that were formerly Republican strongholds. I'm about to start swinging, and it's Texas.
Yeah. So this is what I meant. Like, this one is legitimately funny, and it's relevant enough to last into modern day political memes. Whereas Cash Me Outside, How About That is just a thing someone said, and I don't.
Cash Me Outside, How About That is too specific. That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. And I'm about to start swinging is vague. Like what does swinging mean? Like we think it means like going angry and beating someone up, but it means so many things, and that's what makes it funny. Catch Me Outside, How About That? Very few. There's not much ambiguity there. There's no ambiguity. It is just basically catch me outside. How about that?
Well, but the reason why I brought her up is because I think what people saw when they saw that is they saw someone that was kind of like an unrestrained force of nature. And I think that's kind of what the meme was that people almost in awe at that, like you're looking at a lion in the zoo. But it was because of that, like I went deeper to see if there was anything else that she had kind of done, and because I knew there would kind of be something there. And found this, I'm about to start swinging. But the interesting thing about this girl is she's now a huge rapper on YouTube. So she never improved her behavior from what I can see. All of this basically fueled the fire of who she was. And now she's called Bad Barbie, spelled BHAD Barbie.
Of course. Let's have a look at Bad Barbie.
So I've sent Will a song, so we're gonna watch it and listen to it.
Two tasty pizzas.
Or maybe we could get rid of ads. I hate ads so much. Hi, bitch. And it's spelled bitch wrong. That's angered me.
Yeah. But so this is the same girl, and she has 7.3 million subscribers on YouTube.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
So, yeah.
White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse, high bitch, high bitch, high bitch, high bitch. I do not sniff it to roll it.
Nope.
It do not drip when I pull it.
No.
I do not run, I reload it.
No.
I do not save it, I throw it. White J's, white Porsche, white wrist, white horse, high bitch, high bitch, high bitch.
So just want to
high
clarify.
Yeah.
This video has nearly 200 million views.
The thing is, it's like I was hoping that she'd find her calling in rap music, and I am not an aficionado of rap music, but that's not good.
You don't say.
You don't say. The white man sat behind a computer with two screens. He's not into rap music. Basically, I don't know. It's just very. It sounds like if this feels tacked on to whatever her career is. I think she should go back to stealing cars. I think her calling was stealing cars.
Yeah, damn right. She was probably starting with a Ford Fiesta. She could have been on BMWs by now. She kept working her way up the chain. But I find it so amazing that some record company executive was clearly watching the TV and thought, like, we can turn that into something.
Oh, you can. She's got the attitude.
Crazy.
She's got the attitude. And the posture, not the posture. Like she's basically she's got it for it. But as soon as you put it into the environment like that, like hey, there we go, we're gonna do a rap video, and it's like, oh, this is a bit of a letdown. It's like you ever read or seen the Hannibal Lecter films? Like,
no, I've only seen Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, let me put it this way. A friend of mine pointed this out. Silence of the Lambs, in the book and in the film, Hannibal, by the way, the book and the film, bit crap. Just to say, but Silence of the Lambs, book and film, both fantastic. Anyway, in Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter is behind glass, in his prison, and he is threatening as hell. He's absolutely threatening and scary, and you go, oh, I'm glad he's behind that. And as soon as he escapes, it's like, oh my God, it's like, ah. And then Hannibal is him not behind glass and somehow isn't that threatening. He kills people and whatnot, but you think he could have been more. It's a bit of a letdown to it. You know what I mean? Like, because you've been building this up, and the moment you get it outside of an environment that's not currently in, where you think, this could thrive in its own way, and it's a bit of a letdown.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the point? How did we get onto Hannibal?
Because I'm saying that you're thinking, immediately you think of this girl, she's got that attitude on talk show, she steals cars, she's all this, she's popular on the internet. You're thinking, we should do it. You naturally think, she'd probably do quite well in a rap song, in a rap video. And then you watch the rap video and go, a bit of a letdown.
Yeah. See, I just find it baffling. It's a very weird career trajectory, but also I kind of hope it's helped her figure out who she needs to be, and maybe that's actually helped. But it's just because that video is in 2017, so a year after the Dr. Phil thing, and that must have been a crazy year for that individual at like 14. I couldn't cope when the Final Fantasy X-2 was a letdown. Like that was my emotional barrier, like the limits of my emotional expression at the age of 14. I'm not sure how I could have coped with anything that she's gone through. So anyway, so talk show memes. I was looking more into like if there were any more similar to this on tabloid talk shows, and the most constant trend that seems to come up on all of them is basically "You are not the father."
Okay, let's see this one then.
So I sent a compilation video to Will that we're going to listen to. But basically, it's a few experiences on the TV show Maury, where people find out that they're not the father, and those kind of reactions. And these reactions often get used in GIFs, to show people that are joyous, that kind of thing. Anyway, let's watch or listen.
Here you go.
When it comes to 1-year-old Isaiah, Jay, you are not.
Oh my God. Wow. That is a reaction. That is very tabloid.
Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here.
What a way to do that as well.
Sit down here.
Yeah.
We've really stopped doing this in this country after Jeremy Kyle got booted.
Did he get booted?
Well, he stopped, didn't he?
Amir, you are not the father.
It's a horrible...
Wait a second. Whoa, pause the video. Pause the video.
Yeah.
I'm processing that. I thought there was one person in that video that was not the father. There were two men on stage that were not the father. I just want to point out for anyone listening, that was not a different clip. That was part of the same clip with multiple men on stage. And Maury is going down the line of men saying, "You are not the father."
Let's have a look at another one. I want to look at one further in.
It's like Peep Show when Mark finds out that he's the father and Jeremy tells him he's not.
What? They're celebrating here. He's doing a Zoidberg crabbing. She's walking off stage. He. Oh my God! I really hope someone didn't launch a rap career for him.
Are you sure?
This is the thing with that kind of situation. It's like I from what I can imagine, that they've been down on him and slagging him off, saying you're not ready to be a father, you have no responsibility, and all this in the typical way that these TV shows do. But the moment he's like, it's like, no, mate, you've been redeemed. Don't shit on yourself now. Don't lap up the tears too much.
Seriously, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube that there's an entire subgenre of "You Are Not the Father," and when I was looking at this, I was like, well, I better check the other end of the spectrum, and I legitimately searched for "You Are Not the Mother" compilation.
No.
Which, as soon as I hit enter, I was like, actually, I think they would probably know.
I saw. I should have spotted that sooner. That's bad of me.
It's unlikely a woman was just like, yeah, he's not mine.
I've just put on weight and got moody for no reason.
Will, no, you can't. No, you're better than that.
What? It's a well-known fact that when women are pregnant.
When people are pregnant.
I'm gonna go with people are pregnant. It's a well-known fact that you put on weight and you have mood swings.
Well, actually, saying people get pregnant, we're coming to a point where you're probably going to have trans people that have flipped genders having kids. So
I think that's happening. I think that I thought about that. I think that is happening anyway. So I'm going to go with people. I'm going to go with people.
Yeah. That's a very You know what? I was being mean-spirited, but you're right. That's a very inclusive way to say that. People
you got to be inclusive. Yeah. Anyway, we don't want to get too positive on this, otherwise it might start hugging. Don't want two men hugging, do we? Goes right back to bigotry.
But I always these shows are so weird. And also, I thought there would be when I went into this topic, I thought there would be a lot more memes that I could mime out of them than there actually were. And I realized it's kind of because I think the meme of these kind of shows was just the insane situations that these people are in, which is kind of why it's compulsive to watch them. But it doesn't translate well outside because how do you... Some of the topics are just so crazy. It's one of those things where it's all about the drama of watching it at the same time. But I've never liked those shows where they're using the truth thing and they say, oh, he was lying. Because that's always a big part of it, isn't it? But like truth machines, lie detectors don't work. Like I've never... So I don't understand. Like if you have high cholesterol, it shows that you're always lying. You know,
actually, no, because what they do is they check it, don't they? They go, okay, here's a base reading, and they go through different things just to check an obvious lie and an obvious truth. I think they do that at first, but still, I think certain questions will make you nervous. Yeah. Even if it's true or false, they will make you nervous, so they can throw you off.
One of my favorite. Obviously, when I used one, it showed that everything I said was a lie.
Really?
I think that's because I didn't deal with the stress very well, I think.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I was telling the truth. One of my favorite scenes in Simpsons is when Moe is on the lie detector.
I love that one so much. Dinner alone. Dinner with a friend.
Dinner alone.
There we go. I'll be ogling the women in Victoria's Secret catalogue. See his catalogue. Like he's downgraded his wank material live. I love that.
Yeah. And now take me off this. I don't deserve this kind of treatment. But yeah, so the next meme I wanted to show is so this is more like a traditional talk show. However, it's kind of a weird one. I wonder if you've seen this before. I don't know who this man is, but there is a clip of about 3 minutes long, and it shows a South American talk show. So definitely not in English. But the guy who's being interviewed is like an old Spanish-speaking guy, and he. Even just listening to it, it's very infectious because he starts laughing and everyone starts laughing as well as it kind of goes through.
Oh, is it this one? I think I know who it is.
And it's kind of like do you remember the Hitler bunker videos where they would translate, what Hitler is shouting about, like Pokemon Go getting bad or something?
Have you given me the wrong video link?
No, this is definitely right. It's definitely the right one.
Okay.
And I'm explaining why. Yeah.
Ve por la paellera.
Venga, las 2 de la tarde. A second.
Yep.
Pause it a second. I'm just going to finish the context. Yeah. So the reason why Will was saying, have you sent me the wrong one, is because the title of the video I sent is called Apple Engineer Talks About the New 2015 MacBook. And so like the old Hitler videos where Hitler is shouting and raving.
Downfall. Yeah.
And from Downfall. Yeah. Which makes me laugh because in German it was translated to Durchfall. Which is also the word for diarrhea. Which you're like, yeah, no, that does sum up Hitler. That's about right. But yeah, put the translations over the bottom, so he'd be ranting about like why our starting Pokemon is the worst Pokemon or something like that.
Yeah.
And people have done the same thing with this video. They dub over or put subtitles over what this guy's saying, and it's one of my favorite memes because even just listening, it just gets more and more intense. But this video, he's pretending to talk about the new Apple MacBook and how they took away all the USB ports, and he's talking about how Apple are laughing about how they can charge people more money, all of these things. So anyway, we're gonna listen to this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí.
I can't
Miren,
translate
bañado.
it for the audio
La
podcast.
chancla. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme la chancla y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Tú, había subido la marea con triple paella.
I want to know what the original conversation was about, because that's
it was one of those things. I started to research it, and then I thought, like, you know what? Actually, I like the mystery. I like that I don't know.
Wow, that's just you apologize. That's you not apologizing for lazy research. For lack of research.
It is. It is also. I was struggling to find the information too. So it's a little bit of laziness, but I love the fact as well. So one thing, if you're just listening, you can't see, is that the guy just has one tooth as well.
Yeah,
so when
what
he's
is
making
that?
these laughing, I don't know. When he's making these laughing noises, he's going with just the one tooth, and it's so funny. And I'm not making fun of him. He seems like a happy boy.
I've seen that memed. So not even the laugh, just his face, because his face is just
infectious.
Porque estaba la paellera agarrada.
He has other teeth as
Me
well.
metí entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y adentro la 20 paellera.
Oh man, do you know, that makes me quite sad, because I don't remember laughing that hard while explaining something to someone. And I'm thinking, do I have no joy in my life anymore? I can't remember dying of laughter while explaining something to someone. I don't know.
I think the time I've laughed that hardest, that consistently, wasn't explaining something, but it was a download 2014 or 15, and it was the first time I played Cards Against Humanity. And for some reason, we were all quite high, the friends I was with, and becoming a blueberry, that specific card, really tickled us, and basically became, whoever had that card won whatever round, because when they played it, we just couldn't stop laughing. And I don't know why that tickled us so much, but that was one of the few times in my life where I've been so close to vomiting from laughing too hard.
Fuck it hell.
Over a blueberry. And the thing is, when I play Cards Against Humanity now, because if I see that card, I start laughing again, and trying to explain it to other people, and I'm like, no, but the blueberry.
You weren't there.
Yeah, you weren't there, man.
Why is it so funny? Becoming a blueberry.
Oh, man, I don't know. I think it's just the magic of the devil's lettuce. I think played quite a big role in that one.
It reminds me when I once smoked weed and watched the G.I. Joe PSA, and one of them, the overdubbed ones, the G.I. Joe PSAs and the overdubbed ones. One of them, I was high, and I was going through them, and I was laughing, proper laughing, and then this one of them where he locks a kid in a fridge, made me laugh consistently for half an hour. Where I thought I was hurting. I was in agony from laughing. Laughing.
Why did you shut him in a fridge? Was it to show that fridges aren't safe?
Well, they played it in reverse. Obviously, the PSA, the original one, is you kids don't get in that fridge, otherwise it could lock on you.
Yes.
But they redubbed it, and it was like, oh, get in that fridge. It locks him in the fridge, and he starts babbling about stuff, going, We'll play it in another episode because I think it needs its own episode. But yeah,
do like bring it to the table.
Yeah.
There are two more things I want to talk about. One, I want to talk about like late night TV shows, talk shows dominating YouTube, because it's such a weird one, because it's such a big part of YouTube, and you would think that there are a million memes to come out of like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or Stephen Colbert, but when I was looking, I looked, and in terms of memes or an extractable creative landscape, there's fucking nothing. It's the most vapid form of entertainment I think I can think of. And that's why it made me, as I was researching this, because I put a lot of work into looking this up and do the research for the show. It made me realize how much I appreciate, I think, someone like Seth Meyers and Stephen Colbert generally against Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, because it's much more monologue and joked and scripted and developed, and there's actually content there. Yeah. Whereas I would say or maybe Conan is probably the only one where it's closest to actually bringing memes up. That's because Conan wrote The Simpsons. Conan wrote on SNL. Conan did all the
Conan's
stuff.
Fantastic. I have nothing but respect for Conan.
One of my favourite lines in... Yeah. Oh, go on.
I was about to say, that sounded like I was going to say that sarcastically or wait for someone to laugh. But no, I've watched a lot of his stuff. There's a series he does called Clueless Gamer, where he's trying to play games. And that's where I got an idea for my podcast, or video series or whatever. That has kind of stopped. But he did it so well where someone would walk him through a video game and the comments he'd be coming out with on the fly were hilarious. Proper. It's if you can watch Clueless Gamer, it's so good.
I saw one where he was playing, I think, World of Warcraft, and they started him in one of the starting areas, and he immediately just walked off a giant cliff and died. And the developers next to him, like, yeah, there's going to be fall damage, dude. And Conan's kicking off, being like, well, this isn't a very good game if I could die in 2 seconds.
That sounds like Conan.
But one of my favorite jokes in Rick and Morty is I think the last episode of season 1, where they have the house party, and you've got like Amish samurai, Amish cyborg,
Hamurai, Abradolf Linkler,
and Rick looks at them and he's like, "Hello, characters from 90s Conan," which I really like. Yeah. See, but to me, like that's we're a meme podcast, and I just wish there was more. If something is that prevalent on the internet, I wish there was kind of more there that you could take out of it. And it's kind of sad that the most I could pull out of talk show memes is basically a delinquent daughter and men being happy they're not the father. It's kind of crazy. But it brings me to the last point, which is, are you familiar with Eric Andre?
Oh, well, yes, I am very familiar with Eric Andre.
Yeah.
I need to watch more of his stuff. My other half is a massive fan of Eric Andre.
Really? Well, yeah, she's got very good taste.
She's got, well, obviously. She's very into Eric Andre, and she's played me so many clips, and they're all good. They're all good. Everything I've seen of his is brilliant.
So what I wanted to end the show basically talking about him and listening to a couple of clips, because I feel like he's nailed the anti-talk show basically, and he's found to like, because if there's one talk show that consistently has formats, it's his, and it's because he figured out like how to actually translate the talk show into being more than what it is, and I absolutely love it. So and obviously Eric Andre's on there too, but so is Hannibal Buress.
And
there are the memes.
Yeah. He's such a good comedian. I've listened to some of his stand-up stuff, and he's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like him. But I've sent you a couple of videos. The first one is a minute-long monologue on Eric Andre does that's just absolutely mental. So we'll listen to that and then we'll watch the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. That was Hannibal doing some backflips.
Yeah.
Check this out. Yo, let me ask you people something. You ever bone your grandma to death? Talk about going out with a bang, people.
Whoa, what?
Hey, Hannibal. This ain't your mama's monologue. Hey, you ever take a piss at the zoo and the hippo walks into the bathroom and you're like, get out of here, you fat bitch.
Seriously, dude, what the are you talking about, man?
Oh, I'm saying it. Hey, Hunger Games, I'm still full. Cycle with my mind lunatic hysteria. Woke up in the morning and I got diphtheria.
What? His eyes went all weird.
Yeah.
He took his, he's wearing shades and he took his shades off and his eyes must have been like, it must be like weird effect. But he went all...
A mask. Well, I love the fact that that video is a minute and it has more in it than an entirety of any of the other talk shows. And it's just him being insane. And that's in like, I think it's 2013 or 14. Like, yeah. It's crazy. But so I wanted to end with like, we'll show a little bit of that one.
There's quite a few things here. Let's go through. So we've got an interview here on Eric Andre.
Yeah, with Wiz Khalifa. Yeah. Let's not do the whole video, just the first minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no audience cheering. Oh, there is. Yeah.
What is going on?
What's up?
Me and my friends used to feed LSD to this little retarded girl in our neighborhood. Yeah. And we'd lock arms around her and go, nightmare, 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 nightmare.
You can't do that.
It actually cured her retardation.
Oh. Trying to get in the rap game, man.
Oh,
can you sign me? Okay.
Why is there a raccoon under the desk?
Bonnaroo this year?
Bonnaroo?
Okay, so you have me open up.
What the you think you're gonna be doing on stage with me?
I'm on the mic. You're like my hype man.
No.
The crowd will go nuts.
No.
And then we have Diablo Cody, the woman who wrote Juno. She could come out and do some DVD commentary live.
No.
Someone's burst out from the desk.
Wiz. Rap, woo, woo, woo. So, hip hop, rap, hippity hop hop, hip hop, roo, rappity roo, hee ha woo.
What's that fight?
It's just utter insanity.
Help.
The sign on the screen said George Clooney. That's not George Clooney.
When you take a whiz, do you get a sense of Khalifa?
I had to stop it there. He's punching his desk in. I remember seeing that in the Monty Python sketch, and I couldn't stop laughing. When people punch desks in, I find that hilarious.
Yeah, he breaks like a desk every show. It's fantastic. But yeah, so there's one more clip I want to show, and then we're just going to do some memes before the end. But there's a clip where he says, "Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?"
Yes.
Which is a meme that's been going on for like 5 years, and it's still going strong today, and it's fantastic. And I put the timestamp as well, so
here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
I'll take a dump in front of you. That's how comfortable I am. Now you said on Twitter, ching chong, go back to your country.
That is a lie. I've never said that.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
You're insane, because I would never write that.
Can I ask you?
What?
Can I shave male pattern baldness into your hair? It'll be like a fashion statement.
Who's Amber Rose?
She's a.
Look at that. Who's that guy? So I'm bombarding you with questions. Like, okay, we'll start with one. Who's that guy?
I don't know who that guy is. That's just a random member of the band. It's just a big old white dude getting angry in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Who's Amber Rose?
Amber Rose is kind of like Paris Hilton in that she's a starlet, I guess, but centers solely around her celebrity status. But she dates rappers, like she's dated Kanye West and a few people like that.
Yeah.
So she
the word is socialite. Socialite, I thought it was. Or am I
thank
outdated?
you. Yeah,
there
I
we
said
go.
starless. I meant socialite. Yep,
Socialite, yeah. Okay.
So they're basically a hip hop socialite. And yeah, Eric did not waste any time making fun of her in his interview. And obviously, so he was putting words in her mouth there with a racist tweet saying, "Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?" And I've sent you some memes, Will, which are some of my favorite with this specific one.
Okay, let's bring this up. No. Okay, so these are the memes. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? The Joker is Billie Eilish for boys. Oh, why would you say something controversial yet so brave? That's really good. If men are stronger than women, why do male characters in video games need full plate armor while the women can only need a chainmail bikini? Checkmate. Excellent question. And of course, why would you say something controversial? So brave. You've heard of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now get ready for Moses, the First Waterbender. Yes, that's so good. Why would you say something? They've edited him into the Joker movie at the talk show scene at the end. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? Google, why isn't, and there's a whole load of predicted things, why isn't Prince Philip king? Why isn't Wall Street in jail? Why isn't Pluto Planet? Why isn't Facebook working? Why isn't 11 pronounced 1T1?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So many other different languages in European languages have that logic to them. We don't. We are very terrible. Actually, French does. Toi, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, dix. Yeah. I just had to remember what count. I had to count French then really quickly.
You got to flex that you can count in French. Of course, you can probably do your German counting now as well. I'm guessing.
Ein, zwei, ein, drei, zwei. No, I'm done. I listened to a lot of Rammstein. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My German fiance is in the next room. I am getting in trouble. Getting in trouble for lack of German knowledge.
I'm learning Dutch, and that's like German light.
Sure, I can imagine. Here we go. Yeah. Someone literally died on my flight today, so we made an emergency landing, and everybody missed their connections. The guy behind me was complaining about how is this an emergency if they're already dead. And I'm just like, why would you say something controversial yet so brave? I kind of see the logic with that. I'm like,
yeah. I agree with most of these.
I agree with that. Warm water tastes round and cold water tastes pointy. Agreed. Yeah. Honestly, who the fuck actually likes sparkling water? That shit tastes like TV static. I like sparkling water, and I know it tastes like TV static. I like it. I like sparkling water. I like it. But I agree, it does taste like TV static. Do hand jobs from girls who can speak sign languages count as blowjobs? Oh, yeah. That's superb.
Yeah, and I got one too. So this has been Take On Meme. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I have given Will one final meme to round it off, and I think it sums up what we've been talking about quite nicely, as well as us as people.
Memes are just inside jokes for people without friends. I just really, and then someone replied with, "Why would you say something controversial yet so brave?" And then just went, "I just realised the irony of what I have posted."
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a meta. That's incredibly meta way to end the podcast.
No, absolutely. It's been great, Will, and I am lucky to have you as a friend.
And you. That's the only friendships we have these days. One through memes.
No, exactly. Without the sweet glue of memes, what would we have? But no, thank you very much. This has been it's been lovely. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This has been Take On Meme. See you next time.
See you
Bye.
Then. Bye. Thanks for checking out Take On Meme. Please like, subscribe, and follow on social media so you don't miss the next episode.